From a kid flipping ham radios for a quick $200 in small-town Indiana to building a $6.7 billion empire, Joe Mansueto's story is pure hustle and heart. Born in Munster, he turned childhood curiosity into a financial revolution with Morningstar, democratizing investing for millions. With epic moves like snagging the Wrigley Building and reviving Chicago Fire FC, Joe's relentless drive and genius ideas prove one thing: big dreams and bold risks can change the world. Joe Mansueto's journey begins in Munster, Indiana, where he was born on September 3, 1956. The son of Mario Mansueto, an Italian doctor, and Sarah, a nurse-turned-homemaker, Joe grew up in a quintessential suburban environment. He rode his bike through quiet streets, played football with neighborhood friends, and enjoyed family trips to downtown Chicago. This idyllic backdrop fostered in Joe a sense of curiosity and determination. Even as a child, Joe demonstrated entrepreneurial instincts. At a ham radio festival, he saw an opportunity, a receiver priced at $100 that he knew was worth 3 times as much. Borrowing money from a family friend's father, Joe flipped the receiver for a $200 profit. This experience was transformative, a practical lesson in the potential of seizing opportunity and taking calculated risks. Joe's formative years also included early glimpses into the world of finance, as his father's habit of purchasing monthly savings bonds for him demonstrated the importance of consistent, disciplined investment. These bonds eventually became a cornerstone of Joe's initial capital when he launched his own ventures. Reflecting on his upbringing, Joe described his life as golden, save for the tragic loss of his younger brother, John, to West Nile virus in 2003. This familial bond and the values of hard work and frugality remained central to his life. Joe Mansueto's academic journey led him to the University of Chicago, where he pursued both his undergraduate degree and an MBA. The university's rigorous intellectual environment and focus on critical thinking profoundly shaped his worldview. During these years, Joe's entrepreneurial tendencies flourished. Alongside his roommate, Kurt Hansen, he founded the Room 607 soda service, delivering beverages to dormmates and earning $500 per quarter, a modest but telling precursor to his later ventures. Another notable venture was his seasonal Christmas tree business. Renting a lot, setting up fences, and managing inventory, Joe learned invaluable lessons about operations and resource management. One anecdote describes Joe standing proudly among the pines and balsams with a hand-lettered sign reading, "Fine pines and awesome balsams." This image captures his hands-on approach and innate curiosity about running businesses. Though the endeavor was short-lived, it exemplified his practical approach to learning and business experimentation. Joe's passion for understanding the mechanics of systems extended to a stint at Arby's as a night manager, purely out of curiosity about the fast food industry. This hands-on exploration reinforced his belief in learning by doing, a philosophy that would underpin his future successes. It was during his MBA program that Joe discovered Warren Buffett's investment philosophy. Buffett's disciplined and transparent approach to investing left a lasting impression, inspiring Joe to write for annual reports and analyze portfolios. His growing interest in mutual funds and the burgeoning investment world set the stage for his eventual founding of Morningstar. The idea for Morningstar was born from frustration and opportunity. While working as a stock analyst at Harris Associates in the early 1980s, Joe noticed a glaring lack of accessible, comprehensive information on mutual funds. Mutual funds were becoming increasingly popular, yet their details were scattered across disparate prospectuses. Sitting at his dining room table in his Lincoln Park apartment, surrounded by fund documents, Joe had an epiphany. What if all this information could be centralized and made available to individual investors? In 1984, with $80,000 of his savings, half of which came from savings bonds purchased by his father, Joe founded Morningstar. He chose the name based on the final line of Thoreau's Walden, "The sun is but a morning star." This phrase encapsulated Joe's vision of optimism and rebirth, qualities he wanted Morningstar to embody. Morningstar's first product was a 400-page mutual fund sourcebook, offering detailed data and analysis for investors. The quarterly publication was a success, driven by Joe's dedication to providing unbiased, transparent information. Unlike many businesses, Morningstar was built on a subscription model, generating upfront cash flow that allowed Joe to grow the company without external funding. From its initial publication, Morningstar steadily grew, adding key innovations. In 1985, the company introduced the Morningstar rating for mutual funds. By 1991, it launched the 9-square Morningstar Style Box, which revolutionized how investors assessed funds. These milestones cemented Morningstar's reputation as a leader in the financial information industry. Another pivotal moment came in 1997 with the launch of Morningstar.com, bringing their data to the digital forefront. Morningstar's growth trajectory was nothing short of meteoric. By the early 1990s, the company had expanded beyond its initial publications, launching CD-ROM-based software for investment advisors. The introduction of Morningstar Principia in 1991 marked a pivotal shift towards digital tools, enabling advisors to access data more efficiently. In 2005, Morningstar went public. Joe's decision to use the open IPO method, which democratized the process by allowing individual investors to bid, reflected his commitment to accessibility and fairness. The IPO was a resounding success, valuing the company at over $3 billion. This same year, Morningstar acquired Ibbotson Associates, further diversifying its offerings. Under Joe's leadership, Morningstar expanded globally, establishing operations in 29 countries and acquiring several firms, including Sustainalytics in 2020 and DBRS in 2019. These acquisitions extended Morningstar's reach into ESG analysis and credit ratings. By 2024, Morningstar managed over $295 billion in assets and employed more than 10,000 people worldwide. Morningstar's technological adaptability also played a significant role in its success. From its early adoption of Windows-based software to its cloud-based platforms like Morningstar Office Cloud and Morningstar Direct, the company consistently stayed ahead of technological trends. The creation of the Morningstar Intelligence Engine in 2023 further solidified its reputation for innovation. Joe stepped down as CEO in 2017, becoming executive chairman. This transition marked a new era for Morningstar, but did not diminish Joe's influence. He remained deeply involved, steering the company's strategic vision and fostering its culture of innovation. Joe's entrepreneurial spirit extended far beyond Morningstar. In 2005, he acquired Inc. and Fast Company magazines through his company, Mansueto Ventures. These publications resonated with Joe's passion for entrepreneurship and storytelling. Under his stewardship, both magazines thrived, offering inspiration and insights to business leaders worldwide. In the world of sports, Joe's investments demonstrated his ability to blend business acumen with community impact. In 2018, he purchased a 49% stake in the Chicago Fire FC, later acquiring full ownership. His leadership revitalized the team, culminating in its move to Soldier Field. In 2021, Joe expanded his sports portfolio by acquiring FC Lugano, a Swiss Super League club. These ventures were not merely financial, they reflected Joe's belief in fostering connections and building community through sports. Joe also made significant real estate investments. In 2018, he purchased the iconic Wrigley Building for $255 million, further cementing his commitment to Chicago's cultural and architectural heritage. Joe Mansueto's philanthropy is as remarkable as his business achievements. In 2008, he and his wife, Rika pledged $25 million to the University of Chicago, funding the construction of the Mansueto Library. Designed by renowned architect Helmut John, the library is a testament to innovation, featuring a state-of-the-art underground storage and retrieval system. In 2016, the couple donated $35 million to establish the Mansueto Institute for Urban Innovation. This multidisciplinary initiative addresses urban challenges through data-driven research and sustainable solutions. The institute reflects Joe's belief in using data and innovation to tackle global issues. Joe's philanthropy extends to education, health, and arts, supporting institutions like Teach for America, Northwestern Memorial Hospital, and the Art Institute of Chicago. As a signatory of the Giving Pledge, Joe is committed to donating at least half his wealth, embodying his belief in giving back. Joe Mansueto's approach to life and business is grounded in simplicity, curiosity, and integrity. Despite his billionaire status, he eschews extravagance. He once drove a used Mitsubishi Montero and worked from a cubicle at Morningstar, emphasizing accessibility over hierarchy. A notable story recounts his tendency to buy sweaters in multiple colors from the Gap, a quiet nod to his humility. Joe's philosophy extends to his leadership style. He values transparency, collaboration, and a long-term perspective. Inspired by Warren Buffett, he prioritizes ethical conduct and sustainable growth, principles that have guided Morningstar's rise to prominence. He also values hands-on learning and exploration. From managing an Arby's night shift to coding his first website, Joe's curiosity has always driven his pursuit of understanding. As of 2024, Joe Mansueto's net worth exceeds $6.7 billion, a testament to his vision and values. His legacy spans industries, from finance and media to sports and philanthropy. Morningstar remains a beacon of transparency and empowerment for investors, while his ventures and donations continue to impact lives globally. Morningstar's historical milestones, from its first publication in 1984 to its 2019 acquisition of DBRS and 2020 expansion into ESG with Sustainalytics, showcase Joe's foresight and adaptability. These achievements underline his enduring influence on the financial world. Joe Mansueto's story is one of optimism, innovation, and purpose. From his modest beginnings in Munster to his status as a global business leader, Joe's journey illustrates the transformative power of vision and determination.